moment you realize it's time to change. Imagine this. It's a chilly Friday evening and you've just gotten home after a grueling week of work. You're drained, worn out, and something doesn't feel right. That sinking feeling hits you. Is this all there is to life? The exhaustion is palpable, yet something inside you stirs, like a flicker of hope daring to break through the despair. What if the life you've been living doesn't have to be your reality anymore? What if there's another way? This isn't just a story about another person. This could be you, stuck in a cycle, weighed down by the grind, but secretly yearning for something more. What if you could transform your life not by changing everything overnight, but by simply reinventing yourself? This might sound radical, but what if I told you the key to change lies not in external circumstances, but in how you choose to see the world, and more importantly, how you choose to change yourself? The power of small steps. Reinvention begins within. We often think of transformation as something grand and dramatic, like flipping a switch or making a sudden, sweeping change. But the truth is, true reinvention doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from the smallest of actions taken consistently over time. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, wisely taught that well-being is realized by small steps. The road to reinvention is not a sprint, but a slow and deliberate march towards something greater. Think of it this way. Constructing a grand cathedral is no easy feat. The first stone you lay down might seem insignificant, but every brick placed with intention contributes to something magnificent. Similarly, the changes you make in your life need not be monumental from the start. It's about making small, consistent decisions that compound over time. Perhaps it's offering a smile to a stranger, choosing to listen deeply to someone, or practicing patience in a moment of frustration. These tiny actions may seem trivial, but each one builds toward a larger, more profound shift in who you are. Remember, the key isn't trying to reinvent yourself overnight. The true power lies in these simple, almost unnoticed changes that stack up and eventually shape you into the person you're meant to become. Every small victory, whether it's choosing to be kinder or standing up for what you believe, sets in motion the larger transformation. In Stoicism, it's not about making huge leaps, but about mastering the art of incremental change. Start small but think big. These little habits, these atomic changes, will guide you to the reinvention you seek. Overcoming anxiety, the real battle lies within. As Eric delved deeper into Stoicism, he came across a profound insight from Marcus Aurelius that struck him to his core. In Meditations, Marcus writes, "Today I escaped anxiety, or no, I discarded it because it was within me, in my own perceptions and not outside." This powerful realization shifted Eric's entire perspective on life. The source of his anxiety wasn't external events, but his perception of them. This, in turn, revealed an essential truth. The real battle in reinventing ourselves isn't with the world around us. It's with our internal narratives. We all have moments when we feel overwhelmed by stress, anxiety, or the weight of expectations. Yet, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that it's not the world that causes our suffering, it's how we perceive and react to it. When Eric recognized this, he realized that the power to change his life lay not in trying to control external circumstances, but in transforming his own mindset. This is the Stoic twist. To reinvent yourself, you don't need to become someone completely new. You simply need to master the art of navigating your own thoughts. When anxiety grips you, step back and remind yourself that you control your perceptions. Fear and worry are often illusions manufactured by our minds. Once Eric understood that his anxieties were self-imposed, he felt liberated. By embracing this mindset, he was able to start his journey of reinvention, not by changing what was happening around him, but by changing how he saw and responded to it. Creating a routine, the foundation of reinvention. To truly transform yourself, you need more than just good intentions. You need a structure that supports your growth. Stoicism teaches that without a well-structured plan, life becomes erratic and unpredictable. Seneca famously said, "Life without a design is erratic." Reinvention, therefore, isn't a sporadic event, but a deliberate process built upon consistent actions. Imagine your life as an expansive landscape, full of potential but lacking direction. Without a clear route, you could wander aimlessly, far from the person you wish to become. This is where routine becomes invaluable. A solid routine acts as your compass, guiding you towards your goals, ensuring that every step you take aligns with your vision. But here's the catch. It's not about forcing yourself into a rigid, mechanical schedule. Rather, it's about integrating purposeful activities into your day that nurture your body, challenge your mind, and enrich your soul. For instance, if you want to become more insightful, carve out time each day to read and reflect. If physical vitality is your goal, make exercise a non-negotiable part of your daily rhythm. The essence of building a routine is aligning your daily actions with your larger aspirations. It's about making sure that every choice, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you envision yourself becoming. But remember, consistency is key. Even the mightiest river starts as a trickle, and the power of your routine grows as you stick with it over time. By committing to your routine and remaining dedicated to your purpose, you will find that it not only enhances your productivity but also creates balance and well-being in your life. Change isn't a one-time event, it's a journey, and a well-structured routine will help you stay on course. Command yourself to stop, taking control of your choices. One of the most powerful aspects of Stoicism is the ability to command yourself to stop, especially when it comes to habits or patterns that hold you back. The story of Dwight D. Eisenhower offers a striking example. Eisenhower, confronted with a destructive 4-pack-a-day smoking habit, didn't just attempt to quit. He gave himself an order. He took control of his life and made a decisive change, proving that self-mastery is the key to true transformation. Reinvention begins with a single step, the decision to take control. The Stoic practice of giving yourself an order isn't just about breaking bad habits. It's about asserting power over your life. It's about deciding once and for all that you won't let complacency, doubt, or external circumstances dictate your future. As Epictetus wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom, according to Stoicism, is not the absence of obstacles, but the ability to control your own responses. What's the one thing in your life that you've been putting off? The one habit or mindset that no longer serves you? It could be a job that drains you, a relationship that holds you back, or a thought pattern that keeps you stuck. Recognize these as the familiar haunts of your past, unhealthy attachments that no longer have a place in your future. The power to reinvent yourself lies in giving yourself the authority to stop. When you command yourself to stop those patterns, you regain control of your life, making the decision to move forward with clarity and purpose. This process is not gradual, it's a decisive, bold move. It's about choosing a new path, one that aligns with who you want to become, rather than who you have been. Stoicism teaches us that transformation doesn't come from avoiding discomfort, but from embracing the difficult decisions that push us into growth. So, give yourself that command today. Decide what you need to stop and take the first step towards reinventing your life. Free up precious resources, time and attention as your greatest assets. As we navigate life, we often find ourselves at a crossroads, questioning what truly matters and how to allocate our most precious resources, time and attention. In the pursuit of reinvention, it's not enough to simply change what we do. We must also rethink how we spend our time. Stoicism offers a practical guide to this by urging us to focus on what's truly essential. Epictetus once said, "If you wish to improve, be willing to appear clueless or stupid in exchange for growth." This simple yet profound advice reveals a crucial truth. To truly evolve, we must be willing to let go of what's familiar, even if it's comfortable. It's easy to get caught up in the distractions of modern life, scrolling through our phones, binge-watching shows, or mindlessly consuming information. These activities are comfortable, but they don't challenge us or move us closer to our goals. The challenge, then, is to choose where we direct our time and energy. It's not about abandoning leisure or social media altogether, but about becoming conscious of how we're spending our time. Are the activities you engage in adding value to your life, or are they just filling up space? The first step is awareness. Start by tracking how you spend your days. Notice the hours that slip away, consumed by tasks that don't serve your higher purpose. Once you become aware of this, you can take action. Begin prioritizing what truly matters. Learning over leisure, creation over consumption, meaningful conversations over idle chatter. Every time you choose to spend your time on something that feeds your personal growth, you're taking a step forward on your journey of reinvention. The power of Stoic wisdom lies in its simplicity. Every decision to invest your time in what matters is a step toward becoming the person you want to be. Reinvention isn't about making grand, overnight changes. It's about the small, everyday choices that shape your future. So let's not count the days. Instead, let's make every day count. Do something difficult. Embrace challenges to build resilience. When Seneca welcomed each new year, he didn't make resolutions like many of us do. Instead, he embraced the most difficult challenges, including taking an icy plunge into the Tiber River. This wasn't about braving the cold for the sake of coldness. It was a statement. It was a profound act of self-mastery, a way of proving to himself that he had control over his mind and spirit. The cold was a challenge, yes, but more importantly, it was an opportunity for growth. Reinventing yourself isn't about seeking comfort. It's about stepping into discomfort. The process of personal transformation requires courage. The courage to face difficulties, to push yourself past your limits, and to test your resilience. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or the right conditions. True growth happens when you're willing to dive into the deep end, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. Think about it. What's one challenge you've been avoiding? Maybe it's something that scares you, like public speaking, or perhaps it's a difficult personal habit you've been meaning to break. The significance of this challenge isn't in its difficulty, but in the strength you build by facing it. Reinventing yourself is like remodeling a house from the inside out, not just painting the walls, but tearing down and rebuilding the parts that don't serve you anymore. It's tough, yes, but every difficult step you take is a declaration. I am in control of my fate. By tackling difficult tasks head-on, you build resilience, mental toughness, and confidence in your ability to handle adversity. So take that leap. Step into the arena, knowing that the battle won't be easy, but knowing that you are stronger for it. Reinvention demands courage. It's about choosing the difficult path because that's where the most rewarding changes lie. Associate with people who make you better. Build your circle of influence. The people you surround yourself with can either elevate you or keep you stuck in the same old patterns. Seneca, a wise Stoic philosopher, teaches us the importance of choosing our companions carefully. He didn't just advise having friends, but rather he urged us to seek out those who can help us grow. He said, associate with people who will make a better man of you. This is more than just about socializing. It's about creating an environment that fosters growth and self-improvement. Think of your life as a foundation being built, where every relationship and interaction is like a brick. If the bricks are flawed, the foundation will be unstable. Similarly, the people you spend time with shape who you become. Are your friends and colleagues encouraging you to become the best version of yourself? Do they challenge your thinking, inspire you to reflect, or push you to reach new heights? If not, it might be time to reconsider the relationships that fill your life. True growth happens when you surround yourself with people who inspire you, who raise the standard of your own life. It's not about seeking perfection in your friends, but about curating a circle of influence that aligns with your values, challenges your limits, and motivates you to be better. Seek out individuals who embody the qualities you aspire to develop, those who dare to question, to reflect, and to grow. As you build your circle, remember that you also play an active role in others' lives. Engaging in meaningful conversations, sharing knowledge, and challenging others in return can help propel you on your journey of reinvention. Think of this as assembling your own team of modern-day Stoics, people who will encourage you to keep improving day after day. Stop fearing change. Embrace the unknown. Change is one of the most feared and resisted aspects of life, yet it is also one of the most inevitable. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, remind us of a profound truth. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. This wisdom invites us not to see change as something to dread, but as a necessary force that shapes our growth. In fact, change is often the gateway to transformation. Many of us resist change because we fear the unknown. We worry about the challenges it might bring, the discomfort of stepping outside of our comfort zones. But here's the reality: resisting change only keeps us stagnant. Reinventing yourself requires letting go of the need for certainty. It requires the courage to face the unknown with curiosity and openness. Just as a snake sheds its skin to grow, we must shed the old layers that no longer serve us to make way for new possibilities. When you embrace change, you begin to see it not as a threat, but as an opportunity. Each moment of uncertainty is an invitation to evolve. Think of it like this: every book you haven't read yet is a new world waiting to be explored. Every challenge, every obstacle, is a chance to become the person you've always wanted to be. Change is not the enemy, it is the process through which you mold and refine yourself. The Stoic mindset teaches us to be fluid in the face of change. Be relentless in your pursuit of growth, but also be adaptable to whatever comes your way. Life's constant fluctuations are not something to fear. They are the raw materials of your reinvention. So, stop resisting and start embracing change as the powerful tool it truly is. When you do, you'll find that what you once feared becomes the very thing that propels you toward the person you're meant to become. Say no to the inessential. Focus on what truly matters. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rush of doing more activities, more commitments, more distractions. But Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, understood that true transformation isn't about doing more. It's about doing what's truly essential. He emphasized the importance of saying no to what is unnecessary, and this simple yet profound idea is key to reinventing yourself. Think of your life as a masterpiece in progress. In order to create something meaningful, you must first clear the canvas. Saying no is like scraping away the excess, removing the clutter that distracts you from your highest goals. We often find ourselves overwhelmed with tasks, social obligations, and digital distractions. But the path to reinvention requires focus. It's about making room for what matters most and releasing what no longer serves you. Saying no can be uncomfortable, especially when we feel the pressure to please others or to take on more responsibilities. However, Stoicism teaches us that saying no is not about deprivation. It's about making space for the new, for the meaningful, and for what will move us closer to the person we aspire to become. This means evaluating your commitments and asking yourself, do these activities align with my goals? Do they support my transformation? By consciously choosing what to eliminate from your life, you create space for growth. This is not about being busy for the sake of it. It's about being intentional with your time and energy. When you say no to the inessential, you are, in fact, saying yes to the life you are trying to build. It's about clearing away distractions and focusing your attention on what will truly help you grow. Come back to rhythm, the art of bouncing back. Even the best laid plans and most disciplined routines can falter. Life happens. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, you'll find yourself slipping off course. Maybe you've skipped a few workouts, missed your meditation sessions, or fallen back into old habits. This is where the Stoic principle of resilience comes in. Reinventing yourself isn't about avoiding setbacks. It's about how you bounce back when you do fall. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, it's never too late to return to your rhythm. Eric, who had fallen off track after a week of neglecting his routines, found himself questioning whether the Stoic philosophers would be disappointed in him. But then he remembered a vital piece of Stoic wisdom. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. Even if you stumble, the journey isn't over. What matters is your ability to return to your practices, to realign with your values, and to continue on your path. Reinvention is not a race. It's a journey with many returns to self. Think of it this way, when you fall off track, it's not a failure but a chance to reset. It's an opportunity to recommit to the process of self-improvement, to pick yourself up and continue with renewed determination. Stoicism teaches that setbacks are a natural part of the human experience. The key is not to be discouraged by them, but to see them as moments for growth. Every time you return to your routine, every time you renew your commitment to your vision, you strengthen your resilience. The art of bouncing back is essential to the process of reinvention. It requires patience, self-compassion, and the recognition that you are human. Progress is rarely linear, it's filled with ups and downs. But as long as you keep coming back to your rhythm, you are moving forward. So don't let one setback derail you. Remember that every day is a new opportunity to return to the path of transformation. Reinventing yourself is not an easy journey. It requires introspection, courage, and a willingness to face challenges head-on. But through the lens of Stoicism, we learn that the power to transform our lives lies within our own perceptions and choices. By starting small, mastering our thoughts, building purposeful routines, and embracing discomfort, we can sculpt a new version of ourselves, one that is stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. So take this moment to reflect. What part of your life do you wish to reinvent? What habits, thoughts, or distractions have been holding you back? It's time to take control. Start small, embrace change, and remember that your greatest resource is not the world around you, but your ability to navigate your own thoughts and actions. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Begin today by changing the way you think, and you'll change the course of your life. Now, if you're ready to dive deeper into Stoic wisdom and embark on a journey of reinvention, don't just stop here. Take action. Like, comment, and share this video to inspire others to embrace their own path to transformation. Subscribe to stay connected, and join our community of individuals who are committed to living a life of purpose, resilience, and growth. Remember, your future self is waiting for you to take the first step. Will you answer the call?